Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome to Pewter and Red podcast here on the YouTube streets. I am your host, Real Talk Perez, also known as RTP. And with that said, let's get some rhythm going, which I forgot to get going. Let's go ahead and get that situated so we could get a little. Come on now. Work with me. There we go. Let's get the rhythm going. There we go. Let's get the ticker going. Yeah. And let's get ready to play. All right. We are back here on these YouTube streets. Like I said, Pewter and Red podcast here. The channel where we talk about your and my favorite football team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are family friendly and safe for work. So that means you can put us in the background at your job. We're safe. And you can put us in the car while you're driving your kids to school. Safe for their ears as well. Friendly for their ears. Now, when we do have our NFC South roundtables, which I'm not going to lie, a lot of stuff happened. Training camp. We forgot to have the roundtable this weekend. I didn't get with my peoples, but we will do it next week. I promise you, even if I got to do it by myself. But we got day 4 in the building. Day 4 of training camp, Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp. And, you know, I thought they were supposed to be in pads today, but I guess not. I was pretty sure that they were going to be in pads today. Oh, it looks like they're just in shells. Okay, so they're in shells. They were in shells today. That's what happened. Okay, so day 4 training camp, man. It was a big one. Pretty interesting day today. Good and bad. We had some good, we had some bad stuff today. We're gonna talk about it. You know how we do. We go through my Twitter feed. I like a whole bunch of posts that I'm watching as you know training camp is going on. Now, I will say this. Unfortunately, I woke up super late today because I stayed up all night playing stupid Star Wars. RTP gaming channel. That's my gaming channel. If you don't know, RTP gaming channel. Stayed up all night playing that stupid game, and I regretted it because I woke up late and I went through my Twitter and I started scrolling and doing the things that I needed to do and hitting the likes. So we got some stuff to look at on Twitter. So that's what we do. We look at the stuff on Twitter, look at some clips, video clips, look at some things that were tweeted. Then after that, we look at the press conference. We got 3 more videos today. We got Todd Bowles again. We got Antoine Winfield, and we got Carlton Davis, who had a press conference today. So we do that. Then we look at the press conferences, and as we do all those things, we break things down. You know, we talk about what we think it means, stuff like that. Hopefully the comment section gets very active. Speaking about the comment section, we got Rashad West in the building already getting active in the comment section. Shout out to Rashad West. Rashad says Baker starts week 1. Trask needs to learn how to prepare as a starter. If something happens to Baker, Trask needs to be ready to go. Rashad, why are you so sure that Trask is not ready now? Why are you so sure? We had some interesting things happen today. I don't know if you got Twitter, Rashad, or if you kept up with anybody else that's been talking about training camp, but we're going to talk about it today. And today might be an interesting show / podcast for you, Rashad. So hopefully you stay tuned, and let's get it. Before we do that, let's go ahead and just show some videos of, again, these are just little videos that they put on the Buccaneers website, little slow motion stuff. Baker throwing to Tompkins, Tompkins diving for the catch. I don't know why the ball was there, a little bit inaccurate situation going on, but that is what it is. And as you can see, the man Kancey right here, as we're watching this, we might as well start this day off by talking about Kancey, which he was carted off today, unfortunately. It's just one of those things where you're holding your breath and you just hope that it's not bad. Supposedly it's a calf strain, so it really depends on how bad it is. It can be something that, maybe 2 or 4 weeks. It could be something longer than that, so it's really just to see how bad it is. We don't know yet. We'll know more about it tomorrow. We'll know more of how serious it is. He went and was carted off and had an MRI. Now, he was carted off, but he was sitting basically next to the driver. So it wasn't like he couldn't move and he had to keep his leg up or anything like that and get carted off in the back of the cart or anything like that. He just kind of sat. You could tell it was a precaution situation. He probably could walk if he wanted to, but they don't want to, take the chance of anything. So he did get carted off. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, he took the MRI. They got the MRI today, or they did it today, and they'll have the results tomorrow. We'll find out more tomorrow. So you guys keep Kalijah Kancey in your prayers, and we will see what happens with that. But let's go to break down some of these. I don't know what happened. Let me know. What up, G? Okay, well, you're going to hear it today. Tampa Bay Rays fans, what is your take on Kancey being hurt? We just talked about it right anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks exactly. The real OG said, and shout out to Team Money in the building, by the way, another Panthers content creator. You guys, my day ones know who he is. Tampa Bay Rays fan in the building. A real OG in the building. Leave a like, y'all. Yes, do me that favor. Put the like, hit that like button. Show some love to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you already know what it is. Subscribe to the channel because this is where you want to talk. Listen, this is not the channel where I'm going to tell you, oh, the Bucks signed Mr. Hobo Jobo from across the street for a workout. Like, I'm not going to be reporting every little detail. That's not what we do on this channel, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Don't get me wrong. This ain't a channel where you're going to say, my sources say that we're going to do this, or I talked to people in the locker room and they told me this. Now, I have before talked to a Buccaneers player, because one of the Buccaneers players that used to be with us actually went to my high school and was actually good friends with my homeboy's wife. So I was able to, talk to him because I had him on Facebook anyways. So I have brought in little nuggets here and there, but I'm not a reporter is what I'm trying to say. I'm not a beat reporter. I'm not here to report anything or to give any narratives or to push any narratives. I am strictly here as a Buck fan that I feel personally I am very I have watched this game, and not just watched this game. We've all watched this game pretty much our whole lives, right? But I've gone to a fanatic type of mindset where I overwatch it and I watch it again and I watch it again and I look at every detail and I try to break things down and I try to figure out why things are working or why things aren't working. And I think I've gotten to a really good space when it comes to this football situation. And this channel is for a fan like me to talk to other Buck fans and for us to bounce off ideas, bounce off opinions. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to tell you the vibes that I'm getting, and I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. And I want you guys to tell me if you guys agree. If you do agree with me, that's great. If you disagree with me, even better. Why do you disagree with me? Give me your take. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down even more, So that's what this channel is. This channel is, for Buck fans, by Buck fans, basically. And we're going to do as much as we can to see the truth. Not be biased, but see the truth. And lately, I've been feeling like I've been speaking the truth. And we've had some people, shout out to Joshua. He's not in the building right now that I see. I don't see Joshua in the building right now yet, but maybe he'll be here later. But there was another Bucks fan named Joshua who felt like I was being a little bit of a fanboy for Trask, who felt that I was, pumping Trask too much, hating on Baker. And I really don't think that was the case at all. I think I was really trying to be honest. So we talk about today. Well, let's get into it. Let's go to the Twitter. First thing I tweeted, or not tweeted, but liked because it was the first thing I saw. Trask throws deep for rookie Trey Palmer, but it was well covered by two DBs and falls incomplete. All right. Tampa Bay Rays fan says Goldston signing is huge one in case something happens to Kancey. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Then we go to the first. The rollouts, making sure that they all look the same. Not all of them look the same, but however they look when they're doing play action, that they continue to look that way. And not only that, but that we've seen videos of coaches teaching them ways to do the play action, as far as planting their foot here, stuff like that. So we got some more O-line play. Pretty much saying that our O-line is set. Filer, Wirfs. It looks like Hainsey's being center. So Hainsey and Nick Everett are battling for backup center, but I'm more than sure it's going to be Hainsey. But our O-line is pretty much set. Left side, we got Wirfs and Feeler, and then on the right side, it's going to be Mock and Gadecki. So Mock as a rookie is going to looks like it's going to be starting for us. So yeah, so they are in shells. They are in shells, as you can see. So that is, every time we've had a rookie start, they panned out pretty good for us. So let's hope that trend continues. Russell Gage is finally back. He's not full participating, but he is doing the individual drills now with the rest of the wide receivers. So that is great. They're working him in little by little. Russell Gage, I'm still very high on Russell Gage, ladies and gentlemen. I still think Russell Gage can be a dog, especially in this system, man. So Russell Gage could be huge for us, man. Russell Gage could literally take our offense to another level as far as being hard to cover, hard to scheme against defensively. We got some DBs just practicing some. Ooh, watch it, buddy. Practicing how to catch the ball, not how to catch the ball, just practicing catching the ball. Got Carlton with the one-hander. He better use two hands, bro, because he's not gonna be doing no one hands in the real game. And again, look at, yeah. See, they need to do better throwing the ball. Like our DBs, they can cover, but man, do they got hands of stone. But hey, at least they can cover. I'd rather them have hands of stone and be able to cover than to have wide receiver hands but can't cover. So it is what it is. Running back, John Tucker. Big for the rookie. Biggest things you guys got to learn. Black Cat in the building. You guys are going to have to learn. Rookies are going to have to learn the block. That's the biggest reason why you don't get on the field. Russell Gage, more drills. Yeah, he got the quick feet, man. He's the perfect wide receiver to just kill everything underneath, man. In this, especially in this system, or just to hit the seam, just take off and hit the seam while Mike and Chris go short. Like this is gonna be, man. I'm really excited about this offense, man. Really excited about this offense. Just little drills. Little drills. All right, so Telling him about catching it and keeping it away. That's exactly what he does. That's a good drill. I don't know how much that's going to help them, but all right, here we go. Rashad, Russell Gage. We got Sean J. Shout out to Sean J. Falcon content creator coming in to show some love. He's saying Russell Gage is a smooth route runner, has to stay healthy. Yeah, that's been his issue so far with us. That's literally what we're on right now. All right, so here we go, man. I'm not a fanboy of any of our quarterbacks, and I know it's training camp, but you guys need to stop sleeping on him. It's a real competition out here. People are starting to talk. This is why I gave you guys that question when you get in here on live. People are starting to talk. Greg Allman, Trask throws a nice back corner touchdown, high to tight end David Wells in red zone work and scrambles up the middle for a score on the next play. Back-to-back touchdowns by Kyle Trask in the red zone play. Pewter Report says Trask to Cade Otton for a 20-yard touchdown to open another red zone period. Whew! Greg says Trask with a quick throw to Mike Evans for another touchdown. Yeah, these are all different plays, guys. These are all different plays if you don't know. These are all different plays for today. Let's just talk about it. People were saying Trask was on fire. Trask was on fire today. Scott Smith, Mike Evans ends the red zone period with a bang, leaping high to catch a John Warford touchdown pass right by the sideline, water break and field. Goal drill are next, so Evans takes a well-deserved trip to the cool-down trailer. Scott Smith, it's Kyle's Trask turn with the ones today. Opens a full team drill with a perfect seam route zipped to Mike Evans. Rodrigo Blankenship hits his shorter kicks but missed his last wide left. So a win for McLaughlin today. Greg Allman, Trask throws a nice back corner touchdown high and tight. Okay, we read that. Baker Mayfield finds David Moore for a touchdown in the red zone work. Moore has flashed so far in camp. Yes. Mike Evans goes up high for a touchdown catch from Wolford. Chris Ezian in coverage. Bet we see video on this later. I don't think we did. Had me at Godwin 50-yard downfield. Jenna Lane says, haven't seen many deep balls this camp, but Baker Mayfield just launched a 50-yard missile to a leaping Chris Godwin in the corner of the end zone. Crowd went nuts. Pewter Report, Trask to Cade Otton, 20-yard touchdown open red zone. Nice play all around for the defense as Ryan Neal flies in on a blitz for a would-be sack. Then the play continues. Cervasier Dennis comes up with another interception, ladies and gentlemen. Cervasier with another interception, ladies and gentlemen, on Baker. This is interception number 4. Cervasier had rookie minicamp, had an interception in the beginning of rookie minicamp, had an interception in the beginning of OTAs, had an interception in the beginning of training camp, and now his second interception of training camp. 2 off of Trask, 1 off of Baker, 1 in OTAs on Trask, 1 in training camp on Trask, and 1 in training camp on Baker. And the other one, his fourth one, was in rookie mini camps, I guess, with some other guys that are not in training camp no more. But this man continues to get interceptions. This man is continuing to show big plays, guys. He's showing big play capability. He's getting interceptions. And listen, we already know he can blitz. If you watch his game tape, that is literally what they were pushing for Cervasier was, look, he's great at blitzing. He's great at blitzing. You can put him in a package. He's great at blitzing. And the man can blitz. I think he had like 6 or 7 sacks last year in college. The man can blitz. And he's over here with us being put in the right place by Todd Bowles, understanding Todd Bowles' defense and getting interceptions. Not one, not two, not three, 4 interceptions. Cervasier Dennis. Now, people are saying Baker didn't have such a good day today. On this play, this might be the epitome of what we've been seeing from Baker. Nice play all around for the defense as Ryan Neal, our safety, starting safety Ryan Neal, who we got from Seattle, flies in on a blitz for a would-be sack. So that means he runs in, sacks Baker, but you can't touch him. So you just put your hand up like, yep, I would have got him. I would have got him. The play continues. They don't blow the play dead. And Baker continues on with the play to then throw an interception to Cervasier Dennis. So not only does Baker get sacked, but then he throws a turnover. And getting an interception off of a sack is even better, because that shows that even though homeboy put his hand up like, I got a sack, Cervasier is like, okay, like I'm not, till the ball is dead and on the floor, I'm not stopping covering. So that's good. That's great by the young rookie, right? That's great. But this man is just making plays. He is just making plays. Rashad West says, I saw it on tape when Dennis was drafted. Dude is a football player. He is, bro. Drop bombs for that. He is, bro. Listen, he's a baller. He's looking like a baller, man. And the thing that we keep hearing about all of these rookies, it's here. They all play the game here. They're not all athletic freaks like Devin. Devin's an athletic freak. You know what I'm saying? Jamel's an athletic freak. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not that. But don't get me wrong. Like, you know, they're not duds when it comes to athletes. But there's a difference. Like I said, Devin White, I've said it many times. There's nobody that you will find on tape. Not even Micah Parsons. There is nobody that you will find on tape defensively that'll have the acceleration that you will see from Devin White on tape. You will not see that acceleration from anybody on the football field on the defense than Devin White. He is gifted. Devin is gifted. Okay, Jamel Dean, speed, size, athletic freaks. Like, gifted. These guys, even though they're athletic, but they play the game from here first. And you're going to hear a lot of that. And it's a beautiful thing, man. They're coming in. They're learning how to be pros, and they're catching on very quickly. They're just gelling so fast with the starting and the veterans. Like, they're just gelling so fast. Okay, Papi Latte, however you say that. This guy is one of the guys from Loose Cannon Podcast. He says, okay, maybe a understatement. Trasky Poo, this is going to be a heavyweight slugfest, and I love it. So again, people are starting to realize, wait a minute, Baker's not only running away, he's not only not running away with this quarterback competition, it's starting to look like someone else is running away with it. That's the part that people don't want to say yet, and I can say it. I can say it because I've been on the train. I've been here telling you guys, listen, it's a real quarterback competition. Listen, I understand Baker's a veteran. I understand what he brings to the table. I understand that we know what Baker is. But I've been trying to tell people, trust me, you do not know what you have in Trask. Everybody that tried to sit there and tell you, oh, he couldn't beat out Blaine Gabbert, Trask is trash. We know what we have in Trask. The coaching staff knows what we have in Trask because they've had him for 2 years. The coaching staff knows what we have in Trask. If they liked Trask, they wouldn't have got Baker. That's bull. It's BS, guys. It's a lie. The reality is, this is a real coaching staff. The reality is, this is not Madden. The reality is, when you have a real head coach, there's competition. Period. Everybody must compete. Everybody must win their starting job. Period. Now, yes, you have your veterans. You have people that have their contracts. So, of course, more than likely, they're going to start. But even if they have a contract like Leonard Fournette, and you're slipping, and somebody else is producing, you're going to see your stuff go away little by little. This is a real coaching staff. This is not no fairy tale. This ain't Madden. This ain't no, playing favorites. This ain't no politics. Not anymore. Not since Brady left. This is, you do your job or you get left. This is, you're supposed to be the starter, and we will treat you like you're supposed to be the starter, but you still have to show us that you can be a starter. This is real competition, guys. This is real life competition. Okay, maybe underestimated Trasky Poo. This is going to be a heavyweight slugfest, and I love it. These guys have been saying that it's not a competition. Baker is whipping on Trask, and now they went to camp and they saw it firsthand, and now they're understanding, Trask don't look so bad. In fact, and that's the thing, not saying that Trask is great, but Trask ain't looking bad at all. And in fact, when you're looking at Trask and then you're looking at Baker, he's not letting Baker look good. And people are starting to realize this. People are starting to see it. And now that the camp's open to people are not just waiting on, what do you call it? Reporters to say whatever they want to say. Now they're able to see with their own eyes, and they're starting to see it. Greg Allman says, Trask with a quick throw to Mike Evans for another touchdown. Here we go again. Papi Latte says, Trask at the moment. Of a man on. Trask was on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. Tampa Bay Rays fan says, if Dennis is as good as advertised, he could be a nice replacement for Lavonte David, and he can learn from him. Yes, I think he is. I think he is the Lavonte replacement. I think they got him. To replace, or I won't say replace Devin White, but I think they got him for insurance of Devin White. And I think they fumbled and said, you know what? He might actually be able to replace Lavonte. And I've told you guys this before. Replacing Lavonte is the scary part. That's the part that's going to be hard to do. Finding a linebacker that can replace Lavonte and cover like Lavonte, that's hard to do. Forget the blitzing, right? You can find that's what we got Devin for. Lavonte can do what Devin does, right? Which is blitzing. He's been doing that since we got him. That's been what Lavonte was great at from the get-go, was blitzing and tackling for loss. It's easier to find an athletic freak that can go do that and blitz and just use as a weapon and blitz them and use as athletic ability to tackle for loss. That's easy. Doesn't mean you your first try you'll hit it, but listen, you try once or two times in the draft, you'll find someone, or you can even just pick somebody up. You can find that replacement. Replacing Devin White isn't the hard part. Finding someone to blitz and get to the quarterback isn't that hard. But finding a linebacker that can cover like Levante. Smart like Levante. And tackle for loss, that's not easy to replace. And I think we got Cervasier Dennis to be insurance of case of we don't know how the Devin White situation was going to be. And we ended up drafting our replacement for Levante. So next year, if we don't have a Devin, we could have Cervasier and Levante. Or if Father Time finally hits Levante, we could have White and Cervasier. Or maybe Father Time hits Levante and we end up losing Devin because we trade him, or just things just go bad. Cervasier, and now we bring in somebody else, and now Cervasier has to teach his partner in crime, whoever's next to him. So there's a lot of situations that can happen, but the main thing that I want to say about Cervasier is if we hit with Cervasier, if Cervasier is as good as advertised and we actually hit on him, this will help us transition into the new era of Bucs football so much. And it would be huge. Tampa Bay, Val Zod in the building. At work, can't stay, but wanted to pop in and show some love to the new Pewter and Red podcast. Go Bucs. Thank you. Thank you, Val. One of my day ones. Shout out to you, man. Remember, I don't know if you're allowed to hear music in the background, but if you want, you can hear this in the background of Val Zod. We're not, and this ain't Real Talk Perez channel. We're safe for work. We keep it, clean cut over here until the NFC South roundtable. Then, they get a little nasty. But when it's just me, you don't got to worry about, work, hearing bad words or anything like that. We're safe for work. Real OG in the building says, is Dennis a middle linebacker or pass rush? He's a middle linebacker. Middle linebacker. Yes, sir. So let's continue with the tweets. Jenna, near interception from Zion McCollum off Kyle Trask on an inside pass intended for Devin Tompkins in the end zone during red zone. Mike Evans caught a short pass and ran it in for a touchdown one play later. So Zion McCollum almost picks off Kyle Trask in the inside pass intended for Devin Tompkins, but he doesn't get it. Very next play, Mike Evans, short pass. I believe that was the slant route that Kyle Trask threw and got a touchdown. So what we're seeing is it looks like Kyle Trask was given the plays that Baker Mayfield was given last time they were out here. And Baker's probably getting the plays that they ran with Kyle Trask that other day. So they probably switched the play calls. And again, Kyle Trask was on fire. Brianna Dick says rookie linebacker Cervasier Dennis snags his second interception of camp, undercutting the pass during the red zone period. And undercutting is the thing. These aren't interceptions where they're bobbled in the air or tipped and then they were just at the right place at the right time and he's getting his interceptions. These are plays where he sees the quarterback and he undercuts the run. This is what all the plays have been. Trask talked about it last time when he got picked off. Side lateral movement was fast. He tried to fit it in. Homeboy got there before he could fit it in. Picked him off. So these aren't just like, picks that don't mean nothing. Oh, the ball got bobbled in the air. He was there, just happened to be at the right place at the right time. He caught it. These are not those type of interceptions. These are, I tricked your quarterback and I took that ball interceptions. These are, I just closed out the game interceptions. These are big interceptions, man, that he's coming up with. Great interceptions. Logan B, another guy that's not into Trask. Kyle Trask finds Mike Evans over the middle in the red zone, which results in a touchdown. That'll do it for day 4 of training camp. And this is an article, Joe Bucks fans, I swear, Kyle Trask is a different quarterback than Joe watched in minicamp and OTAs. This is people are starting to see it. People are starting to see it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the tweets for today. That's the tweets for today. Let's get to some of these press conferences we have. First press conference is by Todd Bowles.
Not yet. He's got a calf strain. We'll get an MRI and we'll see where it's at.
Rashad, stay till you see what Carlton Davis said today.
Good to see that still in the first week of camp.
It's good to see he got a helmet. I think he went to the wrong side of the ball, though. The defense has on the red shirts. We got to get him to go on the side with the white shirts.
Looks like you have a good competition going for backup center with Leverett and Hainsey both getting work. How will that shake out, and how much do you like having, two guys that have starting experience available as backups?
Well, it'll shake out over camp. Obviously, both of them played a lot last year. They can play, both can play center and guard, so we got a lot of quality depth there. It'll be good competition once we get the pads on tomorrow.
DBs were getting their hands on the ball today. What was your thoughts on that?
Just got to learn how to catch them. We knock down more balls than we catch. We got to be able to get turnovers this year. We can't knock them down.
What's piggybacking off that thought?
So, putting 2 to 2 together, they're saying right here in the press conference, a lot of knockdown passes, a lot of batted balls, right? We hear the defense had a heck of a day today. We also hear Kyle Trask was on fire today. So how can those things both be right? How can Kyle Trask had a great day and was on fire today, but yet the Buccaneers defense basically won the day today and was on fire as well? And then we hear Baker Mayfield didn't have a great day and that he also had an interception. So what do you think? Where was the defense eating today? That's how I be putting 2 and 2 together.
It's always critical. Anytime you can get the offense back as many times as possible, you try to get them the ball back. So turnovers lessen the possessions on the other side of the ball, and it helps us.
To the camp that Kalijah was having, and I know the pads haven't come on yet, but can you just speak to what he was doing in shirts and shorts? It seemed like he was really pressing you guys.
Well, he was adapting to the scheme mentally, and then he was adding his physical part to it. So he's putting it together quicker than normal rookies do. So hopefully it's not that bad and he can get back.
2 touchdowns today. What does he bring to this offense, just given the veteran presence and his knowledge of it, having played in a similar role before?
He brings experience. Obviously, he's a mentor to the wide receivers that are trying to learn this offense. He knows all the ins and outs, and obviously he's a talented player as well. He can catch the ball. He can play multiple positions, so it's good to have him here.
Cervasier Dennis had another nice pick there at the end. Same kind of play where he kind of jumped. He was in the right place. How well has he put himself in position to make plays for this early in this defense for him?
Oh, he's done a great job. He's a smart player. He's an instinctive player.
Yep.
As you can tell, getting his hands on balls almost every other day or every day has been good for him, and we really like where he's at right now. He's just got to keep growing. I think when he got hurt, he missed quite a few times. He missed a lot of reps there. And the mental part kind of passed him by at that point. Once the season starts, I think he was always trying to play catch up. I think he's healthy now. I think he really studies. He comes in, he watches film with Coach Ross, and he really kind of
Zion
together mentally.
Because Zion had a good day today too. Again, we talked about Zion last time. Yes, last time we were here.
Right position as far as pass blocking, that really comes when the pads come on. All of them work hard. All of them are very good athletes. That'll be interesting competition once the pads go on.
How much does it give you some freedom to use your defense in different ways when you have a guy like Ryan Neal who can pretty much do everything?
Ryan's very smart. Obviously, him and Winfield got this bond together that they've been watching film and understanding each other disguise wise, which is very good for both safeties to do. He brings a wealth of knowledge to the game and experience, and he can play multiple positions.
I wanted to say this because this is what I thought when I watched this interview this for the first time. Is it me or does Todd Bowles seem a lot more? I don't know if relaxed is what I want to say, but he seems a lot more like in his element. Like he seems a lot more like, I don't know, at ease. I don't know what it is, but Sador in the building. McCollum's athleticism shows instantly. He just has to piece it together on the field. Yeah. And it's going to be a scary sight when he does.
Really interesting to see kind of how things shake out with the running back competition. Is there anybody in particular, or a couple guys in particular that you're really looking, to kind of see how they fare?
No, I like all of them. All of them are talented. It's going to be some tough cuts. All of them are talented.
That's the truth. This is not
worker.
This is not like coach talk. Like we have, like, listen, guys. This sounds like a fanboy or something. I don't know what to, like a homer, but this roster, this 90-man roster that we have in camp is stacked. Talent-wise, right? Talent-wise. I talked earlier, like couple videos ago, about that depth might be a problem for us because we're so inexperienced when it comes to depth, right? But as far as talent, like, we got a whole bunch of talent, bro. A whole bunch of talent that's ready to be developed. And it's like, and it looks like it's happening on time. Like, we're developing the right players at the right time. So Doris says Bowles has the Brady monkey off his back. Is that what you think? You think that's what it is? It could be that. It could be that. It could be, Byron wasn't what he wanted from the get-go, and now it could be, you could be right. But it does feel like there is something off his back. That does feel like there's some, like, he feels like this is what I wanted. Like, he has this vibe now where it's like, I'm good. Like, oh, I got it. I got this. Like, I don't know.
Understands the game.
You could be right, though. Could be Brady.
We knew that when we got him. We like what we got. He can play special teams as well. He's a jack of all trades. He can run it. He can catch it. He can pass block. And he can play special teams. So competition is going to be tough.
And what about Vaughn? What have you seen out of him so far?
Same thing, his hands from when he got here has gotten significantly better. He catches the ball with ease right now. He knows where he's going. He's always a good runner.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
And he can play teams as well.
Keyshawn Vaughn's going to be big for us this year too. Watch. Our run game. I might have the most confidence in our run game that I've had in a long time. Not that I'm confident it's going to work, but I'm just excited. That's the word. I haven't been this excited about the run game in a long time.
Got to clean that up. Effort again is great, but effort and sloppiness gets you beat.
First off, shout out to Sador. Shout out to Sador. Hopefully I'm saying the name right, for giving opinions and talking and getting the chat live. He says the offense will be much more versatile with a quarterback that can scramble. Everyone is quick to jump and say they will fall apart with Tom's departure, but fail to realize the huge leap in athleticism from Brady to Baker. Great point. Drop bombs for you. This run game will be much improved behind the Great Wall of Tampa. All right. I hear you. I hear that. Hopefully we can have the Great Wall of Tampa. That'd be awesome.
No, it had nothing to do with a lot of things that happened on the field. It's going to be crowd noise on game day.
Kind of David Wells so far. It seems like, when you guys are in red zone, he's making his presence known.
He's athletic. I don't know if you make your presence known until the pads go on because they can't touch you. So it should be pitch and catch on every play. But he's very fast. He runs very good routes. And he's been here before, not in this system, but he's been here before. We know he's talented. We just got to see him put it all together. Thanks.
All right. So that's Todd Bowles, man. So again, I just listen, people are doubting us. People are doubting us. People think that we're like Sador was saying, like, oh, we're gonna fall apart. We got a lot of talent on this team, man. And even defensively, like Ryan Neal, I think might be a diamond in the rough. Ryan Neal might be like I said, we got lucky. When we got him, we got lucky because I didn't know what we were gonna do there. And not that I thought that it was gonna be a problem. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna like. I was already convinced. I was already convinced that Todd Bowles would have whoever we had back there. Todd Bowles would have somebody that they wouldn't ruin the game. We've had backups play before, so I wasn't scared like that. But picking up Ryan Neal was like, okay, we can have a dominant defense again. Like we can pick up right where we left off from last year, and be even more dominant. So it was, yeah. How serious will Kancey injury be is concerning. This definitely makes bringing Golston back huge. Yes. But we'll find out tomorrow. Antoine Winfield in the building. Let's go.
Yeah, I would say competitive. We're out here competing, going hard,
That's
trying
what's
to
up.
make each other better each and every day. So I'll say the competitive side is there on both sides of our team.
Young into your career, but given the room that you're in and your spot on this team, are you embracing being more of a leader? I mean, you were in the Creepsville video shoot. The team obviously thinks very highly of you. Have you embraced that role of being one of the main leaders in this group?
Yeah, 100%. The more years you get in this league, you kind of step into that role. And so my goal is to, make everybody around me better and just encourage everybody and make sure I'm bringing them up to the same level as I am.
How your relationship with Ryan Neal has grown, through film study, and what have you kind of seen from Ryan, and how much do you guys complement each other out there?
Yeah, he's a vet, smart player, great player, and he's always where he's supposed to be at. And so being able to practice with him and get more experience with him, I feel like our chemistry has just gotten better and better each and every day we're out here.
Adjustments, moving back to free safety again, or is it kind of like this riding a bike?
No, like riding a bike. That's my natural position, free safety. So, it's just like riding a bike, like you said.
You said recently on the Sherman that the defense's goal this year is to be the number one defense. In what ways do you see the defense needing to progress to get to that level?
I would say, obviously for every defense, it's takeaways, but that's really our emphasis this year of creating takeaways because,
Yes.
the more opportunities you can, put the ball in the offensive hands, the better chance that we have of winning. So making sure we're creating takeaways and making it a habit instead of just, getting to game day. All right, now we need takeaways. No, we got to do it in practice. So trying to keep that mindset.
On that, those 4 playoff games, 7 interceptions, that was phenomenal. Nobody will ever forget that. Only 10 interceptions as a unit last year.
Mhm.
Are the Gravediggers still a thing? Is that swag still there?
The swag is still there. The swag is still there for sure. We still got pretty much the same base of a secondary, so I would say it's still there.
From the younger safeties, I feel like Avon.
Yeah, he didn't do any 11-on-11s or 7-on-7s.
Yeah,
he
those
just
guys
did
are coming
the
along.
the drills
all
with the
guys
wide
are smart,
receivers.
very heady, and they're getting it. They're getting it. So it's good to see those guys out there making plays.
They're bringing them in slowly.
And just flying around.
Going against the offense. It's only been a few days of training camp, but what have you seen from David Canales and the offense going against them?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely a different style of offense. I can tell by practicing against both, OCs, but definitely a nice switch up, nice change up.
I wish he would elaborate a little bit more, but obviously you don't want
Carlton Davis. 3 words. Oh my goodness. That's a tough one. Carlton, that's my guy. He's a great player, man. He has length. He's smart. He's long. He can make plays. He's pretty much everywhere. So I love playing with CD and Dean. Both of those guys are amazing. So glad to be playing with those guys.
That core, man, that secondary.
Yeah, I would say he's smarter. coming in, it's a little adjustment period, and I feel like he's overcome that. He's smarter. Zion's super fast. He's also a tall guy, and he'll get to the ball too. And he's been making some plays this camp.
You see, every time they bring up Zion, see, smarts. That's smarts, bro. Smarts. That's what they talk about with him. He's smart. Does Nolan Turner make the cut? He's got the third safety. Yes. He makes the cut. He's definitely the backup. When Antoine or Neil needs a rest, or they go three, they want to go 3 safety, because they will go 3 safety. Todd Bowles likes to do that. They will go 3 safety. Nolan will be in the field. Nolan will get some playing time this year. He definitely makes it.
Just the national media's thoughts about the Bucs that they might rank towards the bottom of the league, where Carlton kind of takes it as fuel and says we're going to punch opponents in the mouth. Baker's on the other side of it, being like, I haven't been on social media in 2 years. I just kind of ignore it. Where do you fall on that line?
Listen, I can only control what I can control, and only thing I focus on is what's in our 4 walls. So I'm not looking. I don't look for the media to tell us where we are, rankings and wise. Teams are going to have to come play us and see how it is come game time.
They're going to have to come play us. It don't matter. You're going to see me.
Yeah, personally,
you're going to have to see me.
Main thing is communicating to everybody. This is going on to my 4th year, so I kind of know where everybody's supposed to be at, and just kind of
communicating. We've said this for years, right? We've been hearing this for years. Communicating. I've been on here being like, listen, they're talking about communicating. Like we hear this all the time. But then he said, with everybody, right? Communicating with everybody.
Help is or where they're sure they know. I kind of know where everybody's supposed to be. Personally, just main thing is communicating to everybody.
To everybody.
Is my 4th year, so I kind of know where everybody's supposed to be at, and just kind of making sure they know where their help is or where they're supposed to be at. Just making sure that everybody's on the same page, so I can.
When we first heard that? Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan was the first time that we heard about safeties communicating with the corners, with everybody. Like, emphasize that, everybody. We've heard Antoine Winfield talk about communicating. We've heard Devin White talk about communicating. We've heard everybody talks about communicating. But now it seems like Antoine Winfield has taken the role of what Logan Ryan was last year, which was communicate with everybody. I know what everybody's supposed to do. On this play, watch for this route. I'm going to cover this route. Watch for that route. This is part of what we talked about every time we talk now. It's culture. We brought in Logan Ryan. That's what Logan Ryan brought for us, was this, the safety to communicate with everybody. And now Antoine Winfield being in the nickel spot, and now he's back to free safety. He understands everybody's role, and now he's taking that role of Logan Ryan where, hey, I'm going to let the corner know, hey, watch for this route. I'm going to cover that one route. Got it? All right, cool. It's not just about what zone do I have, what zone do you have. It's not just about that anymore. It's now about, we already know, I know you know what you have, what zone you have, and what zone I have. Now it's, we already see the 2 wide receivers. You watch out for this route concept. And if they're hitting us with this other route concept, I'll make sure that I'm protecting you. So all you got to do is worry about that one route. This is like next level stuff now. Like this, I'm telling you, it's people sleeping on this defense.
Bring the defense closer as a unit, making sure that we're just all thinking the same thing.
Yep.
You've seen so much of Todd Bowles' defense. Is there anything that he calls now that you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that?
No. I feel like I got everything under control. This is my going into my 4th year, so I feel like I'm pretty solid in the defense.
He said, I got everything under control.
Yeah, most definitely. It's open every year, at the start. So we just got to make sure we win our games and win the division.
Dog sign for you see him as kind of being like a smaller version of yourself and kind of his build and the ability to make plays early on?
Yeah. It's similar to kind of when I came in. He moves the same way I move, and the way that he plays the game, it's like I can see a lot of myself in him. So I think he's gonna be great for us.
Mm.
All right, thanks, y'all.
All right, it's time for Carlton Davis. And the reason why I want to listen to Carlton Davis is because he says something interesting about the quarterbacks. Not quarterback, but the quarterbacks. Let's listen to Carlton Davis.
Here we go. I feel like I'm on a podcast.
Rashad, you still here?
Days in the training camp now, just the overall vibes and the energy of the group.
The communication in the exchange is what they have been missing. The zone exchange from linebacker to safety or corner to safety needs to be on point with the scheme Bowles runs. Yes. Exactly. Yes. And that's the leap that I believe we took when Logan Ryan was here. All right, I'm making sure. When Logan Ryan was here, that was the leap I feel our secondary took. Logan Ryan really communicated and really showed everybody how to really communicate with exactly what you're talking about. Zone exchanging, all that stuff.
It's been good competition out here. It's been really hot. So, we've been having to really get in our bags and push each other for real. Every day we come out here, it's a grind, and I feel the team getting closer and closer every day.
The mental toughness as much as the physical just playing out.
Oh, for sure. You could definitely get a leg up on a competition if you just
Real quick, Rashad, let me ask you a question. What have I been saying? Just put in the comment section. I'm not going to wait, but just put in the comment section. What have I been saying that everyone has been saying when they ask him about Baker and then they ask him about Kyle Trask? I don't know if you've been here long enough to hear me talk about that, but I think I talked about it last time you were here, which was they ask a player, what's the difference between Baker and what's the difference between Trask? And they'll say this about Baker, and then they'll say this about Trask. And they had asked Carlton Davis that before, which was I don't know if it was the last day of the OTAs or the second to last day of the OTAs. And he said, well, I haven't been here. Today was my first day being here, but this is the difference between the two. No. That's what the beat writers have been saying is the difference between the two. I'm saying when they ask the players, every time they've asked a player, what is the difference? What do you see from Baker and what do you see from Kyle Trask? And I've said it a few times that everyone says the same thing about Baker and they're saying different things about Kyle Trask, but they're saying, and you'll see. If you don't understand, if you don't know what I'm saying, you'll understand after Carlton Davis.
I read that somewhere, but it's just just a hump in the road, man, that we got to get used to getting over, especially during the season where things don't go our way or conditions or whatever it is. We just got to be able to fight through it. Did you hear it? Man, if they complaining, that means I'm doing something right. You feel me?
Him and Mike Evans was chirping at him and was mad. And saying Carlton Davis is laughing at him. Carlton Davis is a dog, bro. Listen, it's not. If you got offensive weapons and talent, that's great. If you got defensive weapons and talent, that's great too. But when you got dogs, that's better. That's better. When you got talented dogs, that's out. Woo! And listen, we got dogs on defense. Shoot, we got dogs on offense. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, dogs. Rachaad White, dog. Keyshawn Vaughn, a lot of people don't know yet, but dog, trust. We got some dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I will give you guys this. Baker, he's a dog. When you say someone's a dog, they want to go get it. Now, can Baker go get it? Is he talented enough to back up his bark? Is his bite as big as his bark? I don't know. Hopefully with us, yes. But we got some dogs, bro. Antoine, dog. Who gets an interception and then throws up the peace sign to Tyreek Hill? That's a dog. A dog does that. Huh? Who picks off Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Devin White. And say, I'm like that. This is my house. Get the out of here. Dogs. That's who does that. That's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Levante, dog. Shaq, dog. Vita, dog. Like, we got dogs over here, bruh. Jamel Dean, don't make a scene. Dogs. Like, bro, we got dogs. Like, people, listen, NFC South don't know. We got culture on our sides. We got talent on our sides. We got coaching and developing on our side. And we got dogs. I watch Falcon vid makers and the Falcon, homepage or whatever, YouTube, the Atlanta Falcons YouTube channel and the Panthers YouTube channels and the Saints YouTube channels. They don't got no dogs. They got no dogs. No dogs over there. None. No dogs over there. Believe me. I'll tell you the only dog that I see is Tyrann Mathieu over there with the Saints. That's the only dog I see. That's it. And that's literally like freaking, you see, I watched a video of who was mic'd up. And JC Horn. I'll give JC Horn that. JC Horn is a dog, right? And somebody was showing me a mic'd up video of JC Horn versus the Falcons. And JC Horn is talking cash talk to Kyle Pitts and Drake. And they not like, they just laughing it off. Like, what are you? I see Sean J in the bill. Listen, I don't mean to get on you guys, but I'm making a point here. They was just like laughing and like hey. Like, give me some dogs, bruh. I want a dog that's gonna be held by Jalen Ramsey and two other teammates, and you still rip through them and go and get a touchdown like Mike Evans did on the Rams. Give me some dogs, bro, that's going to chirp back. Again, who else do you know threw up the peace sign to Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl? Dogs, bro. Like, come on, man. We got dogs, bro. Sorry.
It's a good competition, though. I love going against Mike. He's the best receiver in the league.
Let him know.
I get the chance to go up against him every day, so
let him know,
I get better.
3 pass breakups today, including one against Mike, one against Chris as well. How would you assess your day?
3 breakups, one against Mike, one against Chris.
I mean, you never know till you watch the film. You know, I feel good right now, but I don't want to get in the film room and be like, damn, I could have, been a step closer. Or, it's always the little things. But for right now, I feel good. It was a productive day. But we still got to get better. We still got things to do. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Breakups got to turn into turnovers. Todd Bowles said it. What do you say about that?
Yeah, man, that's the biggest thing, man. I'm really trying to push for that. And like I said, just in the previous question, like I got to look at the film, and if I'm a step closer, that's an interception rather than a PBU, which is what we need this year, from me especially.
Right.
And that's what my focus is.
And don't get me wrong, we do need that. Don't get me wrong. We need more interceptions from our corners. But again, listen. If you tell me this is what Carlton Davis is, I'm satisfied with it, bro. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all. He's not going to be an interception guy, and he's not. I think this is pretty much what Carlton is going to be. Like, I don't think it grows anymore. I hope he proves me wrong and has a career day with interceptions. But I do feel like this is what he is. He's a cover guy. He's not going to get many picks. It is what it is. Even Jamel Dean. I mean, Jamel Dean looked like he took a leap when it comes to interceptions last year. So let's see if he continues that. He seems so. A matter of fact, we're looking at it right here. When you talk about sorry, when you talk about Dean, athleticism of trying to catch the ball just as a receiver, he just doesn't look comfortable at all. He just doesn't look natural at all doing it. But I got to give it to you. He's Jamel still makes things happen. So I can't talk too much trash because Jamel does get interceptions when there's good chances. So it is what it is. We'll see what he can, if he can grow as far as intercepting, getting more interceptions, and I think there's a chance he could. But pretty much Carlton is what Carlton is, and I'm not mad at it. And I said it earlier. I'll say it again. I'd rather have a corner that can cover and got hands of stones than a corner that can moss people and got wide receiver hands but can't cover. Like, that's not. It is what it is, man.
Antoine and Ryan Neal working together.
Oh, they good. They got good communicators, good leaders. They come in and they just bring a sense of just not complacency. Like they working every day. Those two guys are both the same. When you talk about working hard, attention to detail, and just being communicators and making plays, so they do the things the right way. They take coaching really good, and we're going to be really good back there with those two.
There's a lot of young
Yep.
players in secondary. What
Yep.
do you say about them?
Competing, man, especially our corners and our nickels. All those guys, they come out to compete. Obviously we know that everybody can't make the team, but from all the guys, they all want to eat. They all come out there with that edge every day, and I love working with them.
It looks like Zion has really stepped his game up from year 1 to year 2. And Keenan Isaac is another player that it seems like every time the ball's in the air, he's making a play.
Yeah. Both of those two have been really impressive since OTAs, especially Keenan coming from Alabama State. You never know how they're going to pick up with the speed of the league, and he's been doing a really good job, just playing ball and being on point with everything. So kudos to those boys.
Shout out to Emily Compa in the building. He said, "Hi everyone, looking forward to seeing this new offense surprise everybody and our D hold their ground and inspire all of us. Deuces, go Bucks." Shout out to Emily, man, showing some love. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Help the channel out with the algorithm so we can grow this channel and get more Buck fans in here. We're at like 67 the last time I checked. So every day we're growing, guys.
That never stops. That's every day, So we
hold
carry
on.
that
I
mentality every day, and one thing we do preach is emptying the tank every day. We need everything you got every day.
Swag. Do the grave diggers still exist?
I mean, you seen practice today, baby. You watched it. We making plays on the ball, and we taking guys out the game. That never stops.
He said, "Did the grave digger stop?" They asked Antoine Winfield the same thing. Is the grave digger swag gone? Is it still here? What's up with the grave diggers? And he's like, "Yeah, we making plays every day. We taking players out the game every day. Like, that don't stop. We competing every day. Like, yeah, we here to stay. The culture of the grave diggers is here to stay."
So we carry that mentality every day, and one thing we do preach is emptying the tank every day. We need everything you got every day, and when we get done, we'll reload up, we'll recover, and then we'll do it again tomorrow.
Dogs.
You mentioned a couple weeks ago about having that, us against the world type attitude, and everybody in the NFL's in for a rude awakening. Yeah. How's your mindset changed? Whether it's even more, like that after camp for a couple days? Do you feel like the other guys feel that same type of way, where you guys are being a little bit discounted here going into the season?
Oh, for sure. I feel like they always do the antiques where it's like they predict who's going to win the Super Bowl and who's going to be good, and they never know. They're never right, first and foremost, and then they're like far off from being accurate. So it's like I don't know, but we definitely feel that chip on our shoulder, and we definitely feel as if we got to prove ourselves. But we know we got the guys to do it. We got playmakers on both sides of the ball, and if we play together and we understand that we can feed off each other, we're going to win ball games, and we're going to be back on the same road that we've been on the last couple of years.
Help playing against a new.
Back on the same road that we've been in the last couple years. In other words, and this is something that the rest of the NFC South does know. As you can see, Sean J, I don't know if he's still in the building. Panther fans, Falcon fans, Saint fans, this is something that they do know subconsciously. And why they're so adamant about, oh, Brady's gone, you're going back to being the same old Bucks. You're going back to being the same old Bucks. It's not true. It's not true. Listen. If we go into this season, this year, and our quarterback does good, not great. Our quarterback can go great. It's the ceilings is high. Sky's the limit with this offense and Dave Canellis and the magic that he did with Geno. Who knows what we could get at quarterback? But let's just say our quarterback just plays good. Not Geno level, just good. And we go out there and we win this division. The rest of the NFC South will understand that they have nothing. They can't do nothing. They will be depressed. They would be depressed if we went out and won this division. You know how crushed their souls would be? If we go out there and we win this division, and we won this division while we lost Tom Brady, while we lost Jordan Whitehead, while we lost Mike Edwards, while we lost JPP, while we lost Akeem Hicks, while we lost what's his name? Ndamukong Suh, while we lost Antonio Brown, while we lost Gronkowski, while we lost Leonard Fournette, all these pieces that we keep losing, all these names that we keep losing, and we keep plugging somebody else in, and we keep plugging somebody else in, and we keep drafting another person, and we keep plugging in somebody else, and we lost Sean Murphy Bunny, and we had injury here, and we had it. Smart people, smart football people will start understanding this is worse than, oh, it was just Brady. That's why they say it so much. It makes them feel good to say it was just Brady. Oh, that we lost Donovan, that we lost Ali Marpet, that we lost Alex Kappa. Thank you, Tampa Bay Rays fan. It makes them feel good to say, oh, you lost Brady. It was Brady. It was Brady. It was Brady. It was Brady. Why do they say that? Because they want it to be Brady. They want it to be Brady so bad. Because they know that if it's not Brady, that means we do have a culture. That means we do got a coaching staff. That means we do got something that's happening here. That means we're going to continue to turn out roster after roster of competitive football. This isn't back in the days. This isn't 12 years ago. There is no Matt Ryan. There is no Drew Brees. There's no Ron Rivera and Cam Newton. No, that's not there no more. It's gone. We don't have Schiano no more. Like they want it to be a simple solution. They want it to be simple. They want to say, see, it was Tom Brady. We knew the Bucs were nothing because if we win the division this year, they can't say that. And now they have to come to the realization of, man, it wasn't Tom Brady. So they did build a championship team again, and they just added Tom Brady. Man, could you imagine if we have more wins this year than last year when we had Tom Brady? And supposedly it was just Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the reason why we only won 9 games. Like if it wasn't for Tom Brady, we probably would have won only 3 or 4 games, which is why people are saying that we're only going to win 3 or 4 games this year. That's the last thing they want. Anyways, I'm sorry to go on these rants, but it is what it is. But let's listen to this dog continue to do his thing.
Trying to get better. You come in with that chip on your shoulder. It's a new offense this year, so obviously you're not going to play against it in the regular season. But in terms of right now, just the battle, just seeing a different look than previous years, has that changed things at all?
I mean, regardless of the plays, we're still competing. I do like you can't really judge your offense in camp because it's like they're going against you guys, and you kind of get a sense of what the plays look like and what you do. So, you can more so judge your defense in camp rather than your offense. Offense, they're going to make plays regardless. They're going to get the ball down the field regardless. But we don't know how good they're going to be until they go against somebody else. But they definitely pose a challenge always with the guys they have over there. So many playmakers, and at any given time, I feel as if any one of them could erupt for a big game. And I also feel as if the play calling is, more balanced this year, and it gives them a chance to kind of feed off each other, not just depend on one guy or whatever the case may be.
Going back to Keenan, he had the.
Now let me break that down. Let me break that down because that seems very simple, right? If you just listen to it one time, it seems like he's saying, okay, so we're running the ball just as much as as we're passing the ball. That's what he means by we're balanced. No. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than that. What he means is we're not just focused on one guy, right? Matter of fact, let me just replay it, just that one part, so you can hear what he says one more time.
Erupt for a big game, and I also feel as if
anybody can go off for a big game.
Offense, they're going to make plays regardless. They're going to get the ball down the field regardless. But we don't know how good they're going to be until they go against somebody else. But they definitely pose a challenge always with the guys they have over there. So many playmakers, and at any given time, I feel as if any one of them could erupt.
Any one of them can erupt for a big game.
The play calling is, more balanced this year, and it gives them a chance to kind of feed off each other, not just depend on one guy or whatever the case may be.
Get to feed.
He had the play down there.
Get to feed off each other and not just depend on one guy. Get to feed off each other and not just depend on one guy. So when I tell people that when I judge a wide receiver, a lot of times I'm trying to find out, or I'm realizing how much is on a receiver's plate. Same thing with quarterbacks. Some people look at stats, and this is why I hate looking at stats when you talk about ranking a player versus ranking another player. Because you have to understand, are they on the same playing field? What I mean by that is sometimes a quarterback is not asked to do anything but just throw to the first or second read. That is it. He's on the playing field. Then you get another quarterback that's asked to make checks, make sure the line is correct protection, make sure they're looking pre and after the snap, and then you got to make 3 or 4 reads, or you might even need to do a hot route, audible. Like, you got a lot of stuff on your plate. You're on a different level. They're asking you to do a lot more. Same thing happens offensive weapons, right? Some weapons are asked, like a Mike Evans, like a Chris Godwin, to, okay, we need you to win your route. If this route does not win, we probably don't got to play here. You got to win your route. And Mike Evans is running routes to get open. Chris Godwin is running plays to get open. They got to win their route. But then you got other weapons that are in a system where you ain't got a route run, you just got to run. And because of the routing concepts, you're going to be open because you're going to force the defense to either choose you or choose the other guy. So one of you are going to be open. We're not worried about is your route running going to deceive the corner so you can get open. No. Whether you deceive the corner or not, we don't even care. Just run this route, and this guy will run this route, and we'll put the corner or the safety or both in a position to have to choose. And whoever they choose, now it's up to the quarterback to boom, hit the guy that's open. So that's what he means by it's not just on one guy. A lot of the times it was, all right, either the ball's going to you or you have to get open or we're just using you as a decoy. That's the offense running through one player. That's the offense going through somebody. And I've been saying this for years. That's why I think people don't give the respect Mike Evans deserves, because for years, since Mike Evans has been here, maybe not the first year when he was with Vincent Jackson, but after that, since his sophomore year, the offense has gone through Mike Evans. Everything goes off of Mike Evans. How are they playing Mike Evans? Are they playing too high? If they are, it's because of Mike Evans. Okay, they're playing too high. Chris is going to have a big game today. Oh, they're guarding the middle. Okay, Mike Evans, eat them up. Oh, they're playing a lot of man-on-man. Mike Evans, take over the game. Chris Godwin, take over the game. That's how we've been playing our offense. It's always been through one guy. Whatever your defense is doing to try to stop our offense, which is Mike Evans, we're going to go off of that. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you're a good offensive coordinator, if you're a good play caller, there's nothing wrong with it. You can win games like that. It is what it is. But what he's saying is this offense doesn't go off of that. It doesn't go off of, okay, we got Mike's stuff and whatever they try to do to stop Mike, we'll go off of that. This is, Mike, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. It don't matter what their game plan is. Mike's going to do all these different things. And our offense is being called based on what they're playing. Now, Mike is not just doing out routes or doing 15-yard routes. He's doing slants. He's doing 5-yard ins, outs. He's doing everything. End arounds. They're doing everything. All these wide receivers, they're all doing everything. This is why they talk about everything has to look the same. We have to be able to fake an end around with Mike. We have to actually give an end around to Mike. We have to be able to fake an end around with Godwin, give an end around with Godwin, and it has to be in the slot or in the outside. All of it all has to be the same. Everything has to work all the time with everybody. We have to be able to do everything with everybody so the defense doesn't know what we're doing based on the formation. Oh, they're in, as Buck fans like to say, Chris Godwin's in the slot. Oh, it's a bubble screen, right? Giving up what we might be doing. No, well, in this play scheme or whatever, it don't matter who's lined up where, who's motioning. None of it matters because they all doing the same stuff, just at different times. So everything looks the same, just at different times. And this is what they mean by that. Because if people think when they say, oh, it all looks the same, they're saying that, oh, everybody's lined up the same place every time. That's not what they mean by it all looks the same. What they mean by it all looks the same is when defensive coordinator pops on the game tape to start studying to okay, let's stop them in week 6 or week 7. It all looks the same. 1 week they were lined up like this and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. The next week they were lined up like this, doing this, doing that, doing this and doing that. But no one particular player was favored to do something. They're all doing the same thing, just different formations and different days. But no one has. We're not only going to throw bubble screens to Chris Godwin. We're not only going to do end arounds to Devin Tompkins or whatever. Everybody's going to be doing everything. That's what they mean by it's all going to look the same. Period. So those are things that Carlton is talking about when he says it's not running through one guy. And because it's not running through one guy, we are going to be able to be like, okay, Mike Evans is doing this and Russell Gage is doing this, right? And when they do it, boom, Russell Gage was wide open, right? Then they can run the exact same play in the exact same formation, but this time Russell Gage is doing what Mike Evans was doing. And Mike Evans is doing what Russell was doing. And the defense thinks, oh, we saw this play before. And it is in a way, but the person that was covering Russ is focused on the route that Russ won before, but this time he's doing a different route. He's doing Mike Evans's route. And then Mike Evans, whoever was guarding Mike Evans, thinks, okay, I remember this formation. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And they're thinking Mike's going to do that same route. But now this time he's doing Russell Gage's route. And Russell Gage could be open again. Or Mike Evans could be open this time. So this is what he means by anybody can take over the game at any time. The game's not running through one person. It's running through everybody. Everybody has a share amount of, I can see anybody taking over a game. Not a gain, a big gain, having a big gain as in gaining yards, but anybody can have a big game. So that's good to hear. Anyways, again, I'm sorry I get into these rants, but it's good football talk.
Got him. And then the very next play, he came back with a pass breakup. What can you say about the mental toughness that takes to bounce back?
I mean, yeah, him being a young guy, man, he just came in really mature, understanding the game. You could tell where he came from. They taught him some good stuff. He got good technique. It's not too much that I need to tell him as a vet, just looking at him. And usually with the young guys, that's the case. But he looked real good. And if I don't have anything to say to you, then you must be doing your job.
4 days into training camp, what have you seen from Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask?
Rashad, you still with me, my boy? You still there? I know I probably talked your ear off to death already, but you still there with me? Because here's the question. And I'm gonna ask, do not answer this question if you already heard his answer. But they just asked him, what are you seeing out there from Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask? What do you think he said? Put that in the comment section right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this and it's not live, put it in the comment section. If you're watching this and it's not live, put it in the comment section. Let me know what you think Carlton Davis said when they asked him, what are you seeing out there from Baker and Trask? Rashad, my boy Rashad, still here. So that's what they just asked him. Let's hear what he said.
It's a heavy competition. They're making plays. We making plays on them. And I just feel like they're competing at the end of the day. Baker's coming out competing. Kyle Trask is really competing. I've really seen that edge on him, especially today. The last 2 days, he's been kind of laser focused. You can tell by how he's been operating the offense and his decision making. But we in training camp, so we're here to get better. We're here to work hard. We're here to work hard and not be complacent in whatever we did. So I feel like every day, we're going to get better and we got to get better.
So he said, and we're gonna have to listen again. Listen, man. He said it himself. He said Baker's competing. Kyle Trask is competing. And then he singled out Kyle Trask. One more time.
Especially today. And usually with the young guys, that's the case.
Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask.
Just a heavy competition. They're making plays. We making plays on them. And I just feel like they're competing at the end of the day. Baker's coming out competing. Kyle Trask is really competing.
Baker's coming out and competing. Kyle Trask is really competing. In other words, they're both out there fighting for a starting position.
On him, especially today. the last 2 days, he's been
Especially then he talks about Kyle Trask. He's competing. He's been really competing and he's looked focused, especially today. He's looked real focused. Especially today. And then he says what? The last 2 days, actually. So we know when I came on here and I told you guys what I've been hearing. I've been hearing rumors here and here, then we're hearing rumors over there. I can't confirm and say, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't say that because I'm not there. I don't know. But when I'm connecting dots and I'm hearing things and I'm hearing press conferences and I'm connecting this dot to that dot, I get to get a better picture of what's going on. And the picture that I've been hearing, that's what's been going on, is Kyle Trask has looked more accurate than Baker. As far as the stats, when you talk about incompletions and completions, they've kind of been the same. As far as interceptions and no interceptions, they've kind of been on the same page. But that's not giving you a lot of details. They could be having the same stats in the stat sheet, but somebody else could be more accurate than the other person. We've been hearing that that's Trask that's been more accurate than Baker. Someone can have the same stats as someone else, but someone else could be actually using the play the way it's meant to be used, and someone else could be just freelancing it because he doesn't completely understand the play. Someone else could just be looking at a receiver because he knows this is the best receiver, so I'm just going to watch him and wait for him to be open. And someone else could actually be going through their progressions, could actually be pre-reading the defense and giving the ball to who he believes he's supposed to be giving the ball to based on his progressions or based on what the scheme says. And they could both have the same stats. Do you get what I'm saying? And when I'm connecting the dots, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm vibing. This is how the dots are connecting. Someone's just throwing the ball. Someone is running the offense. This is how the dots are connecting. Then I see video. Baker throwing it up to Mike Evans. Double covered, throwing it up to Mike Evans. Mike Evans is trying to get a jump ball. He's just draped. It looked like he just threw it up. Then we hear that was like 3 of them that he did like that. So he's just throwing it up to, it's not a good read. He's just throwing it up to Mike Evans. Like, what's going on here? Every play in training camp that's been the play of the day involves Baker Mayfield. Why? Did he scramble out of the pocket, make a hell of a throw? No. He threw the ball. It was a wild throw, and the receiver at the other end made a crazy catch to come down with it. Inaccurate. Great recovery by the wide receiver, helping out the quarterback. These are just dots I'm connecting. Then we ask Carlton Davis, and he's saying that they're both competing. And then he says, especially Kyle Trask. He looks real focused, especially today. And then he corrects himself. Well, the last 2 days, he seems real focused. And then what else does he say about it?
They're focused. You can tell by how he's been operating the offense and
operating the offense, decision making.
But we in training camp, so
how can you tell he's been focused? By the way he is operating the offense and his decision making. Think about what he's saying, people. Think about these words that he is using. This is what we like to do here on this Pewter and Red podcast channel. He just said Trask is super focused. They're both competing. Can't take it away. They're both competing. But Kyle Trask just seems like he's super focused Today and, to be honest, today and yesterday, the last 2 days. That's how he corrected himself. Today, well, the last 2 days, actually. You can tell how he broke it down. How he seems focused by the way what? He's running the offense. Well, how is he running the offense? Giving the ball to who he needs to be given. Let me hear it one more time, so I don't want to put words in his mouth. Because he literally says what he says. It is what it is.
You can tell by how he's been operating the offense and his decision making. But
his decision making. Decision making. Why would you first single out Trask, then you say, by the way, he's running the offense? How do you what's so special about how he's running the offense? His decision making. This is the same thing he said in OTAs when they asked him about Baker, the difference between Baker and Trask. He said, Baker's a great guy, da-da-da-da. I've only been here for 1 day, but Baker's a great guy. He's cool in the locker room, this and this and that. What about Trask? He looks good. He looks like he took a next step. He's taking what the defense is giving him. That's what he said out of Carlton Davis's mouth about Trask the last time they asked him. He's taking what the defense gives him. And now he's saying decision making. Rashad says, sounds like how you describe your backup, LOL. Yes, this is what you want your backup to. This is exactly what you want the sound of to hear when you hear your backup. Why is that? Because when you talk about your backup like this, that means your backup knows what he's doing. So when you have a quarterback competition, this is what you want to hear when you know someone knows what they're doing. Because I agree with you, Rashad. This is something, if you asked about how's your backup, and he says this, you're like, yeah, that sounds like you're talking about a backup, right? You're trying to give confidence in your backup of why you're confident in your backup. He could take this offense and he knows what he's doing. So I'm not saying this is, oh, we got an elite quarterback in Kyle Trask. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, once again, when they ask about Baker, it never has to do with football. It's always about joking around. It's always about he's a cool guy. It's always about locker room this and locker room that and off the field this and off the field that. But when you talk about Trask, it's everything about on the field. Now, we talked about this on the last stream when we talked about Mike Evans and Chris Godwin coming from Tom Brady, winning a Super Bowl, getting some respect and then getting it taken away because Tom Brady's gone now. So you get no respect. It was all Tom Brady. Do you think our wide receivers want to go into the season with the guy that they have fun with? Or do you think they want to go into the season with someone that can help them prove that it wasn't Tom Brady? You just heard Antoine Winfield, Carlton Davis, all these guys that we say are dogs. Why are they dogs? Because they're not here to play games, bro. They're here to prove to the league. They're here to show the league. We're dogs, bro. We're like that, as Devin likes to say. We're like that. Now, we're likable. That's not what we're saying. We ain't here to say we're likable. We're here to say we're like that. And all we hear is Baker is likable, but is he like that? I'm preaching. We in church or something. I'm preaching today. Listen, everything we hear about Baker is he's likable. But when they talk about Trask, they're talking about how he's like that. Right? He's like what? Accurate. Quick. Decisive when he runs with the football. That's a part that no one saw coming. Trask running with the football more than Baker. Bootlegging, running for the first down, throwing on the run, still accurate. Making great decisions, focused. Scoring touchdowns, no interceptions today. Baker, I think he had like 1 or 2 touchdowns and an interception. Who sounds like they like that? That's all it is, bro. Give me the guy that's like that. Give me the guy that's going to win. I don't care if I like Trask or don't like Trask. I don't care if I like Baker or don't like Baker. Give me the guy that's going to win. Give me the guy that's like that. Give me the guy that's like that. That's what I want. Not likable. I don't care about that. If I hate him, I hate him. But if he's like that, he like that. And I ain't going to hate him too long. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro. Again, this is not a Kyle Trask hype train. I mean, I know it does seem like it. And if it was a Kyle Trask hype train, it probably wouldn't be any different than what I'm saying now anyways. But again, I'm connecting dots, bro. That's all I'm doing. I'm connecting dots. I'm just connecting these dots. And this is what I'm getting. These are the things that it's starting to like look like this. It's starting to make sense. And people are starting to see it now that people are going to these training camps. People are like, okay, this is a competition. Everyone thought Baker gonna run away. And now people are like, well, not only is Baker not running away, but literally and figuratively, it kind of looks like Kyle Trask is. Like, what's going on here? Baker got to start coming up. No, Baker has not had. This is the first time that there was like Baker was like this, like gone ahead of. Trask was like this ahead of Baker. This is the first time that Trask was like boop ahead of Baker. Now, Trask has been ahead of Baker all training camp, but it's been barely, right? It's been, from what I've been putting together, it's been barely. You probably wouldn't have noticed that because no one says it, but I've been putting dots and dots together from different places. I'm connecting the pieces. And again, we just got confirmation from Carlton right now. We just got a confirmation from Carlton that he said the last 2 days, today and the last time. The day before that, all I heard was Kyle Trask looked a little bit more accurate. Baker's been a little bit up and down with accuracy. Besides that, stat-wise and completions and touchdowns to interceptions, they've been on the same page. But through this whole training camp, we've heard Kyle kind of looks a little bit more accurate, but it's the beginning. And then last time it was, Kyle looks more accurate. And then today, it's been Kyle was on fire. And not only that, but Baker didn't have a good day. Again. So Trask ceiling the prototypical sized Russell Wilson. No. I'm going to tell you, and it's funny that you asked, because I'm going to tell you what I think. What Kyle Trask ceiling is. And some people might like this. Some people might not like this. and it's just the truth. From day one, when we drafted Kyle Trask, from day one, this was my comp for Kyle Trask. This is what I looked at when I saw Kyle Trask. I saw Matt Ryan. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys could take that however you want. You can hate on that. You can laugh at that. Like, oh, Matt Ryan was trash. I know a lot of Falcon fans will that see this. Say whatever you want. That's what I see for Kyle Trask. I see Matt Ryan. That's what I see. Like, okay, he could be Matt Ryan. And listen, Matt Ryan was not Drew Brees. I'm telling you now, Matt Ryan was not Drew Brees. But Matt Ryan was good. I put Drew Brees with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. I put Drew Brees up there with them. Drew Brees was super elite as a quarterback in his prime. A lot of people don't remember that. A lot of people remember the last 5 years of Drew Brees. That wasn't prime Drew Brees. Prime Drew Brees was a killer. That man was an assassin down the field. Down the field, middle of the field, sideline, everywhere. That man was our modern day, literally was our modern day Dan Marino. Drew Brees was our modern day Dan Marino, except he got a ring. Drew Brees was elite. Matt Ryan was under that one, under that tier, was under Drew Brees' tier. It was Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, all that, and then you had Matt Ryan. Who else would be there? Phillip Rivers, right? Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers. Even though getting picky with it, Phillip Rivers' arm talent was a little bit better than Matt Ryan. But they're kind of in the same tier. I think Phillip Rivers, if I had to put Phillip Rivers in the tier, he'd be in a tier right between Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers, right? That's how I would see it. I don't know. That's how I see it. But then there was Matt Ryan, and then you had people under him, the game managers and stuff like that, which Matt Ryan was a really good game manager, but he can also, he's gone toe-to-toe with Drew Brees lots of times. He went toe-to-toe with Drew Brees. And that's what I see for Trask. Honestly, that's what I see for Trask. Except I see the 2.0 version. I see this generation version of that, which is a little bit more mobile, obviously. A lot more mobile, to be honest. Right? People are like, Mahomes is the GOAT or the next Tom Brady or what. Mahomes is Aaron Rodgers 2.0. All those weird side throws and all them different. That's all Aaron Rodgers, throwing on the run and awkward throw. That's Aaron Rodgers. It's just this generation's Aaron Rodgers, 2.0 Aaron Rodgers. It's just a upgrade of Aaron Rodgers, but that's Aaron Rodgers. This is Matt Ryan, but 2.0 Matt Ryan. A little more mobile, a little bit better. That's what I see with Trask. I don't know if he will ever be that, but that's the ceiling that I see with Trask. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm right. This is the reason why I'm hoping Trask wins the division. The division wins the competition. I feel like if Trask can win the competition, that's one step closer of being what I think he could possibly be. I don't know if he will. He could be a bust. He could be nothing. I don't know. That's just what I see when I see him. Who he reminds me of a lot. But yeah, big day again. Sucks that Kancey got hurt. Did we finish? I don't even know if we finished.
We're here to work hard. We're here to work hard and not be complacent in whatever we did. So I feel like every day, we're going to get better and we got to get better.
Can you say about some of the young receivers that you've been matched up against, whether that's Kate Warner or Devin Tompkins? What have you seen out of them?
I haven't seen too much of them this camp, but so far I haven't seen too much. But Devin, he's still a freak. I'm not too good with names, so forgive me. you got to tell me numbers. I'm good with numbers. But the young receivers, they're making plays though. They're coming out competing. I feel like the mentality of this team from every position everybody's coming out here to prove something.
Yes.
There's nobody who's complacent. We don't have complacency in this program.
Nope.
Everybody's here trying to take somebody's position,
Yep.
earn a spot,
Yep.
or just get better.
Yep. Spoken like a true dog. Period. We talked about it. Culture. That's what it is. That's the culture. Summed up right there by Carlton Davis. No one's complacent. Everybody's trying to take somebody else's job. Period. We know it's okay. No hard feelings. Makes us get better. Iron sharpens iron. All that stuff. We know what it is. We know our coaching staff can develop somebody. They're going to try to give us a contract when we do our job. If they can't, they can't. It is what it is. No hard feelings. Go get your contract from somebody else. We will never try to stop you from doing that. If you can't get your contract from somebody else, we will give you an offer because we love you and we think you'd be great. For us, unfortunately, we can only afford this. If you're willing to take it, we'd love to have you back on the team. If not, it is what it is. The next guy got to come up, do his job. That's the culture we're building. It is what it is. Continue. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Everybody that we did pay, we paid you because you did your job. We didn't pay you because you're going to keep your job. We paid you because you did your job. And we expect you to continue to do your job. That's the other key point. We paid you because you did your job, and we believe that you're going to continue to do your job. So it's not just on tape. You can show us that you know how to do your job and you did your job on tape. But if you show us in the locker room, in the meetings, team meetings, position meetings, while we're watching film, if you can show us that you got that dog in you and that hunger to continue to do your job when we pay you, we will pay you. Devin White, it's more than just on tape. And that hasn't been that pretty either. But you got to show us first on tape and on the field first that you can do it to the highest level of the highest level if you want the contract you want. But then, are you showing us in the film room? Are you showing us in the room with all the teammates and all the position rooms, all that stuff? Are you showing us that once we pay you, you're still going to have that dog in you? You're still going to have that hunger. You're still going to be watching film and watching tape and have a chip on your shoulder. Even if everybody in the world says you're the best inside linebacker in the world, are you still going to have a chip on your shoulder? That's who we're going to pay. And I'm going to be honest, Buck fans, let me know how you feel about the Devin White contract situation. I'm going to tell you right now how I feel about it. I go back and forth. I love Devin White. When I watch him on film, I'm like, yo, this guy he's different. He is, as they say, him. He's one of one. He's different. The acceleration speed the athletic ability is different. But sometimes I see on tape where it's like, you don't care. That's enough for you. Sometimes he shows on tape that's being different, being an athletic freak is enough for him. That's not what we want. We don't need anybody that's enough. And when I think about that makes me say, we got to move on. I don't think I feel like taking the chance on paying someone, because he's going to demand a big contract, paying someone that big contract to someone that's not going to have a chip on his shoulder, because I think his mentality might change once he got that bank. He already showing me that he got a little different ever since we won the Super Bowl and he got some notoriety. People talked about, some people let the Super Bowl go to their head. I'm a big vibe guy. There's only a few people that could be. Leonard Fournette, Devin White, or Donovan Smith, maybe. I doubt it. We know Donovan's attitude and his personality. I doubt it, but I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe Donovan Smith. But though it was definitely Devin or Leonard. Leonard's not here no more. We talked about the different controversies that we had last year. Both of them were in it. Both times. And now this. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. These are just little dots that I'm trying to connect. I ain't said I connected them yet, but we'll see. Cali Bucks in the building. I can't tell you how I feel about his contract until I see this season. I need to see how he performs as of today. Here's my thing about that, and I agree with you, but that's not the part that scares me is the same thing that should scare Dolphin fans, right? The same thing that should scare I don't know who else. Dolphin fans, they're scared to pay Tua because he can't stay healthy. So if he stays healthy this year and they pay him, does that mean that the health issues are over? No. It could just be a year that he just happened to be healthy. And it's the anomaly. It's the same thing with Devin is what I fear. What if Devin does ball out this year? He could ball out because we're just like that as a defensive unit. And when you have a defensive unit that's like that, everybody's going to eat. Period. Everybody's going to eat. And it's easy to go out there and ball when everybody else is balling. It's easy to catch fire and have that dog in you when you see everybody around you getting that dog in them and getting numbers. It's easy to do that. But that's not what we're paying for. We're paying for the bad times. We're paying for the times where, bro, our D-line's hurt. Levante's hurt. We're counting on you, bro. That's what we paying. That's what we gonna pay that big contract for you to step up when it's not easy, for you to step up when you ain't got no help. And we need you to make a play. Even though you ain't got no backup, we need you to make something happen. We need you to make the youngsters around you that are inexperienced better because Levante is hurt or the D-line's not doing their thing. We need you to make everybody else's play go up. That's what we're paying for. We've had our shares of giving people from free agencies the money because we think they could be a starter and they get the money. Then things don't go right and they say, it's Tampa. And then they put their feet up. That's the last type of stuff I want back over here. If the Super Bowl changed him and it made him do the things he was doing those last season, what do you think a contract like that's going to do? And him balling out of 1 year, obviously he deserves the contract. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but is it going to change him? And that's what scares me. Is he still going to have a chip on his shoulders, or is that contract that validates him enough for him? Because hopefully it isn't. Hopefully he gets the contract and it's not enough because he's not the number one linebacker in the league. Hopefully he gets the contract and it's not enough because he ain't got that third Super Bowl that he wants to get. He wants to get more than 2. He wants to get 3. Right? I know he only has 1, but he don't want just 2. He wants at least 3. Or he wants 5. Or he wants, you know what? He wants to surpass Tom Brady. How about that? So he's always going to have a chip on his shoulder because that's what he wants to do. That's his goals. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm worried about. Where is his goals at? What does he want? Once he gets that contract, does he feel like, I made it, I did it, I made it, Mom, we did it, I got the big contract. Now it's time to just enjoy and reap the fruits of my labors. No, labor's not done yet. I want someone that still got a chip on their shoulder and still want to go eat. You just gave me the biggest inside linebacker contract. And guess what? I want more. I want another contract because I want to outperform this contract and get another contract. Give me that. Just have that dog in you. I don't want that dog to go away. So that's what I'm worried about. I don't know if it will happen or what. I don't know. That's just a situation that we're going to have to find out. And we got to put our trust in Jason Light that he makes the right decision. And I do. But that's what it is, man. It's your man RTP, Skull Gang in the building. You know what time it is. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Listen, we talk a lot of Buccaneers stuff, and it's not just your regular talk, Buccaneers talk, as you can see already if you've been watching today. It's not your regular Buccaneers talk. We break things down. We get into the vibes. We get into the mindset and the mentality of players, the mindset and mentality of coaches. We break things down offensively, defensively, not just simple terms of, oh, this is the system called this. And no. What does it mean? What does it do? What is it for? We break it all down as much as possible here on this channel. Subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell. Make sure your notification bell is on all. If your notification bell is not on all, they're not going to know. YouTube is not going to notify you when we go live, and you want to be notified. So please do that. Hit the like button before you guys leave to give this channel some love, make the algorithm go better. And the more you do that, the more that other Buck fans will see this channel, and we can grow this fan base, and we can have more conversations in the live chat, more conversations in the comment section. Ask anybody, go look at the comment sections of the past. I answer everybody. We talking. Whether you think I'm full of crap or completely wrong, I don't care. I love it. Bring it to me. Let me know why. Convince me otherwise. I am an open book. I will listen. I might sound like I'm hard-headed and I only think I'm right, but if you're right, you're right, and I will say you're right, and I will listen to you. I have no problem with it. I love it. I like it. It gives us more content, gives us more conversation for all of us to think about. That's what this channel is for. So go ahead and hit that like button. And comment. You know, if you're watching this and it's not live, comment in the comment section. That also helps the algorithm as well. It lets YouTube know that we're interacting, and it wants that for people, because if people are interacting with the channel, that means they're coming back and clicking on it again and talking. And when YouTube sees that, they say, okay, that they actually like the channel, and it makes them throw it out there for other people to see, and it helps out the channel. So do that as well. Right now, I see we're at 72. We have 72 subscribers right now. Shout out to everybody. Every time we've gone live for I don't know how many days, the subscriber number goes up. So shout out to everybody that's new, that's subscribed, man. I appreciate it. Again, once we hit 100 subscribers, we're gonna have like some type of drawing or something where I give away I got a lot of rookie cards, signature cards: Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Devin White, Levante, Chris Godwin, Antoine Winfield. These are all rookie cards with signatures on it. You know, I got a William Golston. It's not a rookie card and it's not signed, but it's a William Golston card. Devin White patches and everything. I mean, again, I don't know if you can see, but that's a Keyshawn Vaughn rookie, colossal rookie right there, like a 5-color patch. I mean, if let's say Keyshawn Vaughn became a Hall of Famer, this card would be worth some money. So I got some good cards, and I spent money to buy these cards. You know what I'm saying? So we'll give a raffle once I hit 100 subscribers. We'll do a raffle. I got to think of, I'll probably YouTube it. Like, what's the best way to do a raffle to make it like anybody can win type stuff. But we'll see how that goes. But listen, people, it's your man RTP, Skull Gang in the building. You already know what time it is. It's the Pewter. It is the Pewter and Red podcast here. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Appreciate everybody that showed love. If you really enjoyed it, share this to a Facebook group, or maybe you know another friend that's a Bucks fan. Share the videos, man. Share the channel. show the love. Again, the more we do it, the more we could grow this, and the better it'll be, especially when game time comes, guys. Some of y'all been here day one with me, know how I get during game time. I watch the game live. Every game I watch it live. We reenact, we do the halftime show, all that stuff, bro. We definitely want the comment section popping for when game time comes. And once the comment section does get going, I mean, we've been at a steady 8 to 9 people watching the live streams. And when we get up there to the 10 to the 15 area of people commenting and stuff, we'll open up the phone line and have people call in and come talk on the channel, man. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. Rashad says, be easy, big dog. Go Bucks, baby. Yes, sir. I'll see you guys next time I see you. Remember, pewter and red until we cold and dead. I'll see you guys next time, dudes.